William Tell, Albert Einstein, Louis Chevrolet, and Heidi. A world of wellness and beauty. Exclusive watches, the best chocolate in the world, and delightful cheese. This is Switzerland, and you're watching Hip World! On my third day of staying in Switzerland, I went to visit a real Swiss cheese factory. Then I boarded an unusual train to reach Davos and a chocolate factory, and I ended my day participating in a wooden ski challenge. On my fourth and last day, after a long run on a rack track, I experienced the fun of the ski-doo, and I ate a delicious chocolate fondue with some friends in a mountain hut. Early in the morning, Samnaun has the typical atmosphere proper to Swiss mountain villages. It really reminds you the stories of Heidi we used to listen from our grandmothers. Hello. Hey. Am I doing this correctly here? Because I'm supposed to run.
Yes, most important thing is that you don't hold over here.
Okay.
You should run in a natural way. So like you
So
do
then it will be walking
outside,
for me, okay.
Or walking, like you do when you go walking in the forest.
Okay,
like this.
good.
Maybe you can think about the forest.
Of the forest? Okay. Running, running, running. Woo! Think of the forest. A little bit of gym is energizing and healthy before attacking a day of culinary exploration. So I did exercise with a personal trainer for a while in order to get ready to eat a lot.
So and this exercise is very important for your legs.
Yes.
Keep your legs toned, especially your thighs and your calves.
Yes.
Because they support your knees. Mm-hmm. There are many accidents sometimes with the knees.
Because you're not prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go more than this,
Yes.
go a little bit back. No,
Back.
Now if you go more back,
Yes.
then you have more in the bottom.
Ah, yep.
And then
I feel it.
over there, then it's in the legs.
Okay, excellent.
So you can decide
Adjust.
if you like more, if you
We will concentrate on the bottom area.
If you like to.
Okay. Great, thank you. Don't stretch the legs. Concentrate on your muscles. Switzerland is universally known for the quality of its cheese. For this reason, I decided to visit the place in which all begins. The surprise was that they produce several different kinds of cheese besides the famous Emmental. Cheese is more than just a delicacy here in Switzerland. It's part of the country culture. And I am lucky enough to visit the Zinnerei factory, a cheese factory here, to see the process from how to turn milk into delicious Berg cheese. Of course, I had to get ready from head to toe because of the very, very strict hygiene regulations. This is the first stage. This is when you get the milk fresh.
Ja.
Yeah?
Also das ist durch das Wärmen kommt der süßliche Geschmack der Milch.
At this stage, the milk is still sweet,
besser werden. Aber das wird sich jetzt dann gleich ändern, wenn die
so we put in the bacteria, which will transform the lactose into acid.
Säure verarbeiten.
You told me that I had to do this very slowly, to put in the bacteria very slowly. Little bacteria. Let's see how the milk transforms into cheese. With these tools, what do you do with this? There's also very important timing from what I understood. Zeit ist auch ziemlich wichtig, ja?
Die Zeit ist wichtig.
Yes, it is very important. The whole process lasts about half an hour.
Minutenbetragen.
Ja.
Und das ist jetzt wichtig für das
This process is very important because it gives the desired texture to the cheese.
Schneiden. So, den kannst du jetzt
Darf
nehmen.
Now we have to move it in the other way.
Umdrehen. Okay.
Ja.
Take it from the little handle
Okay. Dive it in here.
Ja.
and now dip it in and pull.
Und sie.
Push it down as far as you can and then forward.
So,
Okay.
unten. Gut.
Und weiter.
Oh, sorry.
Und weiter. Now the cheese comes in the forms. Jetzt kommt der Käse in den Formen.
Ja, jetzt kommt der Käse in den Formen und da wird er dann von der Morgen getrennt.
Okay. Now the additional water, which is in the cheese, is separated from the actual physical cheese. So there's the cheese going to melt together.
A lot of water is coming out.
That's also milk out.
Ja, das ist die...
It is not real water, it's milk water.
All right. Jesus. And
Simply pull it back and forth.
Jetzt
ja, ich fahr hin und her.
zum Gewicht.
Back and forth. Wee-hoo. Woo, this is funky. I like it.
You need some help?
Gut.
Thank you. Nicely, yes, nicely. Back and forth. This is the torture instrument for the cheese. Ow, 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 no, don't hit me.
So.
That's sehr gut. It's a very good one. So he's sealing the cheese in order that it's not getting any fancy mushrooms inside or unnecessary germs.
So.
Danke. Jawohl. Nur hier, ja?
Ringsherum, ja.
Bye.
Gut.
Okay, now we both have to wash our hands because we're gonna attack the butter. And of course, there could be a mechanical way of doing this, but it's a very old grandfather's recipe which still needs manpower, right?
Oui.
All right. Ready to go for the butter. Massage the
Jawohl.
butter. And it's not sticking to my hands because I have very cold hands. Oh, good.
Now we take a little bit of butter, just the right quantity. We shape it once again, then we press it inside.
Yeah? So whatever additional water
Jetzt
was
wird's
in the
abgeschnitten.
We take out the excess
Okay, you don't waste
Dann wird
anything.
and we shake it a little bit.
Ah, oh,
Oh, nice.
Then we put it in the grease-proof paper.
und fertig.
Okay, I'll try it.
Ja.
Is it enough? Oh, it is warming up.
Woo!
Gut.
It's nice. Up. And now?
Musst du...
I'm so sorry. Yeah?
Just cut it around the edge.
Gut.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Pretty butter.
Gut.
So, und
And it's ready.
well, after all this hard work, and now we know how much hard work making a piece of cheese actually represents, I think it's time for a little reward and trying out the finished products of what was done here the past year or so. Nice little piece of cheese, nice little piece of bread. Actually, absolutely wonderful. And here you have one of the 20 different kinds of yogurts which are done here. This is what the real butter should look like if it didn't go flying down to the floor like my first try did. But you know, it needs a little practicing time. And after all, I was not so unhappy with my first try. Well, I had to make a little detour because the route I wanted to take to go to Davos was closed. So I had to load the car on the train, and I'm on my way now to go through a tunnel which is about 20 kilometers long, and in about 15 minutes I should come out the other side of the mountain on my way to Davos. From Zamnoun to Davos, it takes a couple of hours by car and train. In fact, you can board a train directly with your car, which takes you right through the mountain. Fresh milk and chocolate are Swiss icons everywhere in the world. Coming here without visiting a chocolate factory is almost a crime. So I decided to become more acquainted with the whole process by trying to make something myself. Going back to Zamnoun, I enjoyed the beauty of late afternoon mountain skies while my eyes were caught by the majesty of the surroundings. Cheese, cheese. Today has been all about cheese. From this morning to see how cheese is actually done, up to tonight to see how you eat cheese here in Switzerland. One of the famous ways is cheese fondue, right guys? Besides being delicious, Swiss fondue is a sort of social activity. People gathering around a table full of tantalizing food become immediately happy and chit-chatting. And well, I did the same. Very important feature with a fondue is you have to stir the cheese in order so it will never stick at the bottom of the pan. Stir, stir, stir. Never drink water with a fondue, right? All right, guys, how about a nice cheers? Thank you very much for sharing this with me. Cheers, 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 everybody.
What do you say here in this part of Switzerland? Viva! Viva!
Viva! Viva! Viva! Hey, how about Viva Hip World? Yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay. All right, well, it's a tradition that once a week people gather here in order to participate in a competition called Fasttauben. It's pretty much very archaic looking skis and you're supposed to come down the slope. But from what I've seen, people have been falling all over the place. So I'm cheating a little bit in order not to make a total fool of myself. I have my two bodyguards here, Johnny and Amin, who are going to try to avoid that I fall too much, right guys? All right, let's go up. Embarrassing. I was quite nervous once I realized the kind of ski I had to use, especially after watching the performances of the other challengers. So I decided to cheat a little bit. Tradition that after a great exciting day and some fast Tauben experience, people gather here at the Kuhstallbar in order to participate to a fancy game called the nailing game. No idea what that's about. Okay. After showing practically to the whole village my ability on wooden ski, I was invited in the trendiest pub of Samnaun, where a less dangerous challenge was waiting for me, the nailing game. It is amazing how many activities you can enjoy here. It's almost as if the day wouldn't have enough hours, and afterski is certainly part of the culture and traditions for locals. The celebration can last all night when people gather around a glass or two, telling their performance of the day. There are 29 of these rack track engines in Samnaun and its area, and they guarantee excellent skiing conditions and also high security. I'm going to use one of them today as a taxi to bring me up, to bring me up to the mountain in order to meet up some people and have a ski-do session. Very safe, but not very comfortable. I feel like cattle. To reach the Heidelberger Hütte by rack track, it took about an hour and a half for the first 20 kilometers in order to meet up with locals for a fantastic ski-do experience. The alternative way to reach the mountain's top may not be the most comfortable, but at least it is a safe way to reach some places no ski lifts would bring you to. All you really need are earplugs and hold on when it gets too steep. It is quite unusual to see custom agents in the middle of the mountains, but in order for me to reach my destination, the Heidelberger Hütte, I had to pass the border and spend a few minutes of my journey in Austria. It will not take you too much time to make friends here. And the best part is that they will reveal their insider secret on great activities and hideout places you may not hear about otherwise. The only thing is you'd better adapt to their means of transportation. And I was certainly not expecting this kind of surprise. Like a horse. Martin, what am I doing here?
Yeah, now we're going to the Heidelberger Hütte.
Yeah?
And the easiest way to go there is with the ski-do.
Yes?
This thing over there. With the rope. And all you have to do now is stand on your skis
Yeah?
and hold your poles like that. Yeah?
Okay, I'm holding
And it's like water skis, so it's no problem.
You've never seen me on water skis. Let's
You
go
ready?
for... yeah, well, mentally
Okay.
I'm ready. Physically I'm
Okay, we can losfahren.
Holy moly! Bear with me, people, bear with me. And here we go. Ew! Being pulled by a skido was a first for me, but I can guarantee you it was a great experience. This sort of snow scooter can pull up to 8 people, and to get a better idea of what I was about to go through, just picture water ski on snow. Despite the fact that I was quite intimidated at first, it quickly became a fun and intoxicating means of transportation, even if I had a difficult time to open my fingers after a half-hour journey. Oh my God, that's a turn! Stop! Ew! Okay, Martin, it was not that difficult after all, right? After my little panic attack. Anyways, here we are now at the Heidelberger Hütte, where I'm gonna go for a little drink and just unfreeze my hands because they're so stuck to these things now, to the sticks. Anyways, thank you guys. It was a very nice drive. Excellent ride. Beautiful panorama here. It's a real paradise. That's what I call a well-deserved relaxation moment. Here, in the middle of nowhere, on the top of the mountain, you feel like being on another planet. A wonderful place where the sound of silence has a new meaning, and your mind spins in all kinds of directions, overwhelmed by the basic, yet so important beauty that nature offers us. All we need to do is to take the time to enjoy it. The Heidelberger Hütte is located on the top of the Heidelberg at 2,300 meters. This place has been used since the beginning of the past century as a mountain hut for those willing to extensively explore the surroundings. After all this exercise, and still some exercise to come ahead, I guess we need some good energy food here. Little cheese, little ham. It smells very nice. So I would say we enjoy it. And of course we need something to drink. So this place is a delight not only for your eyes, but also for your taste buds. The food is very fresh and the ambiance is convivial, so that you forget being in some way so isolated in a secluded part of Switzerland.